Please don't even think of driving into London when the Olympic Games start in 2 weeks' time. Hundreds of gallons of painted lines now mark miles of highway which ordinary drivers are no longer allowed to use. If you happen to stray into one by accident, you'll probably be shot on sight. These special lanes are for official Olympic traffic only, and that means that thousands of vehicles that already crawl along our overcrowded roads every hour will now be travelling a heck of a lot slower because much of the major routes have actually been cut in half. The railways aren't very much better. Coming into London by train this week was a nightmare. The authorities were testing their grand Olympic plan at most of the big railroad stations, and so we ordinary mortals on our way to earn an honest living in offices were herded behind barriers and made to wait in line without any information, while non-existent Olympic crowds got priority. It's no wonder that the people who run government departments have told thousands of their civil servants to work from home during the Games. Let me warn you about the airports. They're expecting a deluge of, extra arrivals at London's Heathrow alone. Immigration delays are already so long that exhausted passengers have been giving officials the slow hand clap, and your troubles don't stop at the airport. As I speak, the M4, the main freeway from Heathrow into central London, is shut because they found dangerous cracks in a bridge. They are, of course, racing to fix it in time for the Games, but ominously the government says it's looking for alternative routes into the city. Well, you know, I spent 40 years looking for an alternative to the M4, and believe me, there just isn't one short of a parachute. Still, better be safe than sorry. That's why the British Army is stationing ground-to-air missiles capable of knocking a hijacked plane out of the sky on top of several residential apartment blocks right next to the Olympic Village. On the ground, private security contractors haven't managed to recruit enough guards for the main venues, and so at the very last minute, thousands of soldiers fresh back from Afghanistan have been drafted in to make up the numbers. Which leads me to the big question, have you actually got a ticket? There are still more than 1 million available. Now, a year ago, we Brits were encouraged to apply for them in a frenzied lottery system. You stated what you wanted to watch, and then a rogue computer somewhere or other offered you something completely different. My family applied to see rowing and swimming. What we actually got was 2 tickets for an early round of women's weightlifting. It's not exactly beach volleyball, is it? This is Ed Boyle for CBS News in London.